Hello, you lovely people. Welcome to the channel. Rad. And in tonight's show, uh, we're gonna have a look into is the new moon in Virgo. Now that is happening at 23rd of August, tomorrow, that is. Or tomorrow for me, it is the day after tomorrow for you, my American friends. The hour is 2:06 a.m. according to my calendar, and the moon is just going to get itself into Virgo and is going to become new at 0 degrees and 23 minutes. So that phase of the moon from new to a full moon, that is waxing moon, and it will be the phase itself is going to carry until September 7th. Then the moon is going to become full and is going to be total lunar eclipse, at least according to my calendar. That is in Pisces, 15 degrees and 22 minutes, and the hour is going to be 2:09 p.m. All right, so we do have 2 weeks ahead of a waxing moon, and this is going to be the phase that we are going to check into. Hello, News Devon. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. So the first thing that I do, as per usual, this is going to be the collective reading. So let me shuffle the cards and let's have a look what kind of a phase we all are going to experience. And the moon phase is important. In astrology, you know, the most accepted concept is that the moon refers to our emotions and to our feelings, and that is very, very true. But also it answers for our day-to-day routine. So the lunar phases are very important. There are so many astrologers that are living by the moon, right? By the phase of the moon, by the transits of the moon, by the aspects of the moon as well. So moon phases are very important. And tonight's readings are going to show what kind of a day-to-day routine the star signs are going to have. So overall, as a collective, the first card, that will be the moon itself. Then we do have a King of Cups, I'm sorry. Because in this deck, knights are kings. And then it is the devil. It's pretty straightforward. This waxing moon is going to deliver proposition and offers to all of us, which are the offers we need and the offers we want simultaneously. So basically, when we get a proposal throughout these couple of weeks, and all of us are going to get at least one proposal for something, that proposal again will be simultaneously exactly what we need, what we yearn for rather, and in the same time it will be a proposal that works. It's simply meant for us to be addressed with, and as well to take. Important thing to be acknowledged, or rather how exactly we are going to recognize whether the proposal or the offer is fated or not. It is when we are emotionally attached to it, at least according to these cards, when we are emotionally the word that I'm looking for is sensitive. Okay, so at some point in one or another day, either of us is going to be proposed with something, whether proposed for a date, whether proposed for a relationship, whether proposed with a project or with a job, and so on and so forth. And the moment when that proposition hits, if it is the fated one, we will have these butterflies in the stomach. You know, we're just gonna jump and be very emotionally on edge. And that will be the moment where literally there will be no reason for us to decline or deny the offer, simply said. So every single one of us will be offered again what we earn and what we want, and simultaneously is going to work. And I'm sorry for the expression here, but it's going to be super foolish if we decline it. Hello, Susie. Welcome to the stream. And good morning from Bulgaria, because it's morning here as well, 3:05 a.m. Right, so that was the collective pretty short but straightforward. And now a few notes about the show, that there are going to be 12 readings like this one for each star sign. I'm going to run down the ecliptic, guys and girls, meaning that I'm going to start with Aries and I'm going to end up with Pisces. And these are going to be generalized readings for the star signs, and while most of you are here to listen for your sun sign, because the sun sign is going to show you what is going to happen to you throughout these couple of weeks in terms of day-to-day routine. The moon sign is also important to listen to your moon sign, because the moon sign will divulge how you're going to feel going through your day-to-day routine. And the rising sign is also super important, because it's going to be the guidance reading for you, meaning that it's going to show you what is going to be the best way for you to tackle stuff around. So listening to all three major signs of yours, not just only is going to broaden up the reading for you, but also is going to personalize it to a certain extent. For a personal reading though, you can go to my website, which link you can find in the description down below. And if you do enjoy the show and you do wish to support it, just subscribe to the channel, leave a like, comment on the video as well if you feel the need to do so. And if you do wish to support it financially, you can do so using Super Chat or a PayPal. The PayPal link you can find as well in the description down below, and anyone who does so, anyone who donates, will receive a reading at the end of the stream. And should that donation carries no inquiry, then the reading is going to be what is going to be your personal experience throughout these couple of weeks of the waxing moon, that will contain an event which is going to happen to you, and in the same time how this event is going to apply. So Yasmin, thank you for the 20. Thank you, Yasmin. And as well, News Devon, thank you for the £5. With a specific inquiry here. So let me put you girls into the list. Oops. All right. Okay, so the first star sign that I'm going to read for, that will be Aries. You can keep up what star sign I'm reading for through the illustration in the glyph that it is displayed right there. So currently Aries. Let me shuffle. All right, for Aries, first one, that will be the Devil, followed with the second card of the King of Wands. Again, in this deck, knights are kings in the traditional one. And then it is the Nine of Wands for Aries. So while some of the star signs, I guess, will have to look for these proposals or set themselves in situations to get those proposals, you will not gonna have to, Aries. They will come right at your door. And basically, that waxing moon for you is going to be the period where you will get exactly what you want in any single shape and form, career-wise, relationship-wise, social-wise as well. And you may get a bit, maybe rusty is the word that I should use here, kind of like careless. not putting that much of an effort to transform these yields that you're going to get throughout these couple of weeks into a powerful drive in order to fulfill ambitions that you have, targets, goals, accomplishments, achievements, and kind of you may decide to go with the flow and waste some of the good fortune that it is going to be bestowed upon you. So what will be the best approach here? Hello, Lisa. Welcome to the stream. The best approach is going to, from your behalf, is going to be to seize these moments in which you will have the ultimate influence and the ultimate power, and make the most out of them without interfering with anyone else's faith. That is also a very important condition for you. But alas, whatever your yearnings are, all of them fulfilled for you, Aries. It's just there will be no empty space. That is the expression in my country. Okay, next star sign, Taurus. The Magician, the Sun, Five of Wands. So have you ever been in the situation where you just talk casually with someone, and just in the midst of conversation, out of nowhere, that person throws like the, they have just opened up a spot in their company and they're looking for an asset as a person, and you end up being exactly what they're looking for, just like that. So this waxing moon is gonna introduce you to that kind of an entity. It may not be just a one person, it could be multiple people, but it will be an entity here for you, and it will turn out to be out of nowhere. A very, very surprising course of conversation above everything else, and negotiations above everything else. And through that, you Taurus are going to build up a lot of personal sovereignty. So you're going to take on quite of an important and also influential position, either in your social circle, for example, or in a company that is going to offer you a job, in front of a client that truly needs you. Because here, within this waxing moon, there is going to be something required, and at least at that stage, at this moment, you are going to be the only one who can do it. So you're going to have a very strong leverage to play around with, a huge trump in your sleeve. I suggest you to use it wisely. For those of you Taurus who are single, couple of things are going to take place. First, you are going to have the chance to make a full reconciliation. That is if you so choose. But if you decide to pass on that, I'm sorry, then the universe is going to meet you with a person that will like everything you are and everything you stand for. I was about to ask who the internet taco. And by the way, mate, thank you for the $22.22. Thank you, taco. Let me put you into the list. And as per usual, at the end of the stream, you're gonna have personalized reading. But yeah, I'm so looking forward to play some State of Decay with you, mate. I love that game. Right, next one, Gemini. I just love that game. What, let's say you're a single Taurus. It's in the Game Pass, so it will stay there forever. Queen of Wands, 10 of Cups, 6 of Swords. Oh, we're gonna talk about that, mate. I am past Diablo, but I may get back to it. We're gonna see that when you set your Xbox proper. Gemini. This will be a very successful couple of weeks for you, but there is a caveat to it. That 10 of Cups to the Queen of Wands. So what will happen is that you are going to be given a situation. This isn't going to be a proposal. It's more like going to be a forced thing. Like your boss comes around and tells you, this is something you gotta do, and I need it yesterday, right? Something like that here. The reason why your boss is giving that to you, it's again because at this stage you are the most, I don't want to say the only person that can do it, because that is reserved for the magician, but the Queen of Wands is the most suited person that can do it, at least at that particular stage. And you will look at the thing, whether the project, whether the client that you're going to have to handle, whether the task, and almost instantly you're gonna know what you need to do, and you will not gonna like it. There is going to be risk involved, okay, and there is going to be a line that needs to be crossed in order, you know, the whole thing to end up a successful finish. And at least according to these cards, they do strongly suggest you to do it, because the risk is not as big as you think it is. In fact, uh, the risk is celluloid, imaginary, according to the cards. Nothing bad can come out of your actions, and your astute sense of what must and needs to be done, what does the task require, is going to be in the bullseye. And the only thing that it is left for you to do is just act. In the love front, you will attract, regardless whether you are single or whether you are in a relationship. And there are going to be at least a one suitor showing up. So it is up to you what you're going to do with the person. But once that suitor shows up, you will again instantly going to have a complete understanding in their human nature, understanding what they need, what they want, and how they are to behave in the future, and making, you know, a projection out of it. You can make an informative decision whether you should take it in or simply pass. Next one will be Cancer. Three of Cups, the Hierophant, the Strength. You will be offered a help. So what happens it is that you will find a what is the English word for that? It's not followers. Uh, let me check it out. A like-minded person? Seriously? All right. So you will come up with a like-minded person, basically being introduced to it, and that like-minded person will have more than you do, bigger resources, bigger influence, just everything bigger, and they will offer you a benevolent help through which every predicament and concern that you are currently facing can be solved in the framework of what they are giving you. And through that, you're going to see very quickly how your tasks and projects, so to speak, enterprises are starting to develop, and you're going to start seeing the very, very first results into everything you do. And this is going to be a big stir, actually a huge stir, especially into the fields of your life where you are stuck currently. You're trying to do something and literally nothing is working out. In return, what is going to be expected from you, Cancer, is a trust and reliability, and to focus on the process rather onto the destination, and as well to listen. That individual is going to have a lot of advice to give, and you may not take it all, but it will be important for you to listen. Okay, next, that will be Leo. Six of Swords, King of Swords, Ace of Wands. You will be given a quite a gainful opportunity, which will require though from you to leave certain things behind, whether people behind, whether other developments or opportunities behind. You will not going to be able to carry on with everything. Whether you take that opportunity and abandon a development, or you do not take that opportunity and keep up with that development. However, at least according to these cards, that gainful opportunity which you are going to be offered will fit perfectly. Basically, it will be the missing part in order to make your life well-oiled machine, and that everything it's a almost to 100% useful and as well functional functional in there. Through taking on that opportunity, you are not just only going to get one step closer to a dream of yours, but also it will be a matter or a means to start resolving concerns that are plaguing your life for quite some time. So this is a big chance that it is coming your way, but it will require some courage and as well boldness, so for you to take it. I'm sorry. Next, Virgo. Four of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, the Hierophant. Pretty simple. You will be offered a permanent position somewhere. Permanent position that is going to be pretty much safe and sound, pretty secured, and it again, it's going to be your decision whether you should take it or not. But taking it will allow you to make some kind of a long-term plans for your future, whether financial plans, whether intimate plans here according to these cards. And you can truly rely and trust the position to carry you on. So you're going to have a, I would like to call it a checkpoint moving forward. Whatever else falls apart, you're going to have that thing to step on and to cling on, to carry you on into life moving forward. Okay, that may be permanent position as a position as a wife or a husband, maybe permanent position at work, a permanent position anywhere. So basically, I don't know, you Virgo are going to acquire wealth and stability. All right, next, Libra. Ace of Pentacles, the Hierophant again, and Page of Wands. Um, Ace of Pentacles and the Hierophant, very simple. That is a very rare opportunity, and the rare opportunity I mean an opportunity that is not offered to everyone. It's an opportunity that you do need to earn, and you have managed to do it because the entity that it is giving it to you, it has a lot of trust in you. You have proven your name, you have built up name in the organization or in front of the person that it is giving you that rare opportunity to you. And once you receive it, you will feel very content and happy about it, and depending on where that opportunity takes place, will produce one of the two, whether it's going to produce a very lucrative um, business projects, maneuvers, or business positions, or is going to produce harmoniously flowing relationships. The only issue with this opportunity that is going to be given to you is that there will be no surprises. Right from the get-go, it will be made clear to you what can you expect, you know, from the development, from the situation, and how the whole thing is going to proceed, you know, and you may kind of like hold some hopes that you can add something to it into the future, you know, that some things can be different. Well, they won't be. So it's gonna happen exactly as it is proposed to you. And from one side, that is a great thing, because the very least you're gonna know the devil you are signing a contract with. That is just, you know, figuratively speaking. And just don't bear a false hopes going forward. Okay, next, that will be Scorpio. Death, which is funny, Scorpio card. Six of Cups, Ace of Wands. It's kind of funny because we are not going to be affected by the collective influence of the moon that I read for at the beginning of the live stream. We are gonna have a proposal, as just we're gonna find ourselves not being interested in. Maybe if that proposal came a month or two ago, maybe half a year ago, then it's going to be completely fine. It's going to be very suitable for us. Not anymore, because at least according to these cards, in those couple of weeks, we are gonna start changing. We're gonna start making something like a spring cleaning into our lives, completely abolishing everything that makes us sad, everything that makes us uh, um, unhappy, everything that doesn't work, and replacing it, at least at first, according to these cards, with small things, you know, small things in life, just to kickstart a transformation. Because for us, this waxing moon is all about making a purge and getting rid of those kind of, you know, for example, people or situations or enterprises that are just not working anymore for us. They may have worked before, you know, but not anymore. No different, you know, than the friend that was the friend that was interesting back in the days. You had a lot to learn from them, but nothing more anymore. And so literally there is no reason to keep up that friendship, because it's just a waste of time. The conversations aren't giving you a pleasure. They can't help you with anything. They can't give you an advice with anything. You just outgrown them. That's the point. Whether you have outgrown the situations you are in, certain situations you are in, or certain people you are with, that waxing moon is going to be the end of them, and the beginning of a new chapter in our lives. Sagittarius. Ten of Wands, the Lovers, Six of Cups. Now this is gonna be rough. First, you will be given an impossible choice. Another impossible choice, I mean that you're gonna be given two things that you can have one or the other, but you really will want to have both of them. Whether two, imagine two jobs, two job offers. You can't have both of them. And one of the option is going to be an option that you really want. The other one is going to be an option that you really have a need of. They both are not going to intermingle in any way. So that is why it's going to be an impossible choice, whether you're going to go for what you want or whether you're going to go for what you have to. Either way, there is going to be a lot of criteria that you will need to fit in with. Thank you, Susie. Thank you. So there are going to be a lot of criteria that you need to keep up with and live up to. Like if that is a project, doesn't matter whether you're going to take the project you like or the project you have to take in order to get money, right, or accumulate money. Both of them, there are going to be requirements that you cannot undercut. You simply have to live up to them. You can live up to them, but it's going to be very, very demanding. And with that Six of Cups to the Ten of Wands, unfortunately, is gonna feel like a chore or chores, plural. However, at the end, if you set your jaw that you're gonna get the job done, right? You gnash your teeth and powerhouse uh, through the annoyance of having to deal with those chores, and amazing rewards are waiting you at the end. The money you have been promised, the influence that you have been expecting, the recognition, it's just everything that those enterprises are promising to give you, and then some more. It's just fulfilling these demands and criteria, these requirements, is gonna set your life in harmony. That is what we're trying to express. Capricorn next. Well, Susie, I'm trying to explain as best as I can. So anyone who is listening can basically align the expression of the tarot to their own situation, because obviously, as right now I'm going to read for Capricorn. Capricorns, every single different Capricorn are having a different experiences, and simply to say that you all, for example, are gonna break up or you all are gonna win lottery is stupid, and it's just not gonna happen, you know. Or you all are gonna have, for example, a mental breakdown, or you all are gonna find a job. It's just, it's stupid. Yes, you may have an opportunity to get a job, but you have the choice to take it or leave it. All right, Capricorn, Five of Swords, Seven of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. Now your proposal is going to be to take a shortcut. You know, for some of you, maybe overlooking certain criterias. For others, it could be some kind of a scheme, some kind of a deal. You know, for third, could be a act of selfishness, and so on and so forth. But this shortcut is gonna play right into your agenda, right into your agenda. And the expenses are going to be paid for everyone else but you. So basically, it's a betrayal in any sense of the word. For some of you, it's going to be a big betrayal that you're going to make. Others is going to be a minuscule one. And that is if you so choose to take the shortcut. Basically, taking on that shortcut, you're going to cross lines that are not appropriate to be crossed, and you will betray the trust of certain people around you, and in some cases it will be looked as a abuse of power, and in some extreme cases you may end up even humiliating a person you love. So be very mindful how you're going to play your cards here. And at least according to these cards, the best thing you can do is collect the money that had been owed to you, collect the favors that had been owed to you, and also demand what you think you deserve. Because one thing, what these cards are showing in a very positive light is that your sense of self-righteousness is going to be attuned to the universal righteousness. And so when you feel that you do deserve something, that would mean that you truly deserve it, because your self-righteousness is actually attuned to, again, the universal righteousness. You can use, though, this influence in a very malicious way, I would say, because with these energies of the tarot that the tarot cards are showing, whatever you say can be accomplished, or whatever you set your eyes on can be acquired. At what price, though? And the worst is that the price is not going to be paid by you, but by people that are close to you, people you love, your children, for example, or your spouse, for example. So think of them before you make your move. All right, next, Aquarius. The High Priestess, Six of Cups, the Lovers. That's a difficult one. Give me a minute, guys. Now the thing is that that waxing moon will be very uneventful for you, and you will have that. Hello, Gaia. You're gonna have that urge for a bit more than what you are handling at that point. And I'm not saying that you are not going to be happy or fulfilled. On the contrary, you're gonna have a pleasant emotions are gonna be all the time with you. every step of the way. The people that you're going to handle are going to be very pleasant, and the way that you're handling them and the way that you are interacting with them, again, a pleasantries, and a very nice and warm conversations, and teamwork and so on and so forth. The tasks that you are going to be required to perform are going to give you pleasure, but these are going to be the same people from the past couple of weeks or from the past month. These are going to be the very same tasks you are performing up until this point. So, no new events in the next couple of weeks as per the waxing moon. Your offers are going to be very small. There are going to be many, but very small, and they are going to be as such as, let's go out, for a coffee, let's go for cinema, let's go for a walk, uh, let's talk about that thing, and so on and so forth. And whether you're going to take them or not, entirely up to you, but every single one of them is going to bring you a certain amount of pleasure. Just, it will boil down to nothing material is going to come out of them, but you're going to feel great. And last but not least, Pisces. The Lovers, Seven of Wands, Page of Wands. So, these moments where kind of like when you look around, it it looks like you have everything you need, but you do have the feeling that something is missing. Okay, because you may be eating the best food that there is that money can buy, but it may taste like ash. Or you may go out in the most lavish restaurants and it's just, it looks gray, right? Or you may drive um, the best cars again that money can buy, and it kind of feels mundane. Because you may, when you look around, it may look like that you got everything you need and everything one can hope for, but you are going to feel that something is missing, or you are feeling that something is missing. And that missing piece is what this waxing moon is going to offer to you. It will happen very abruptly. You are, one moment you are sitting, wondering what is that thing that it is missing, and in the next moment, there it is. Out of nowhere, super random, and it will be a thing, because it could be a person, okay, it could be a subject, it could be just an activity, but it will be a thing that you never thought of. But once you see it, once it is in front of you, and you are uh, in an option to be a part of it, you're instantly gonna recognize that that is the missing piece to make my life harmonious, to feel harmonious, the food to taste great again, driving my car to feel great, and going, out with friends to be colorful and nice and happy. Now, whether you're gonna take it or not, it's up to you. overthinking it, you're going to miss it that way, because the window for you to make use of it, very, very close. Hours, maybe minutes. And then the deal is off the table. So readiness to jump into action is going to be required, because that thing, many people want it. If it is a person, many people want to be with that person. If it is a job, many people want to work that job. Okay, if it is a place for you to buy, many people want to buy it. And it will be offered to you for a very limited period of time. Again, hours, maybe minutes. And it does depend how ready you are to receive it. It will determine whether you're going to get it or not. All right, so that's going to do it for the 12. I hope you enjoyed the readings. And now the super chat. Anyone who donated to the channel, either through super chat or through PayPal, which again, link you're going to find in the description down below, and you can still donate, is going to have a reading right now. So personalized reading. So the first one goes Yasmin. Um, those are your cards, Yasmin. So that week, that waxing moon, I'm sorry. Jen, thank you for the $8.88. Thank you, Jen. Let me put you into the list. So that waxing moon, Yasmin, you are gonna be offered a gift. This gift, though, is going to be either wrongly presented or wrongly taken. By its nature, is going to be very innocent one, right? But the way presented or the way understood, it's just is going to be the wrong way around. And instead of taking advantage of the gift, you may end up actually worsening the relationship with that person. I don't know if it's going to be about money. It could be money. It could be either money or it could be a gift for improving relationship. Either of the two here. And it will imply or a certain change. Right? It's kind of very weird. Okay, you are going to be offered that gift, and taking it will imply that certain things you are currently building, they gotta go. Right? For example, plans that you're building or some kind of developments that you're building, they gotta go, and that you are gonna have to change direction, which is going to be, by the way, a good direction. It is just, the feeling of have to letting go of being put certain effort in it, and hard work. That is going to be the obstruction here for you. How to let go of a subject that you have put a hard work into. Not entirely let go of, but reshape it into a certain extent. And to top it all off, that situation where you are being the one that it is offered that gift or a bonus. We can say that it is a bonus as well, or it could be a bonus as well, will be frowned upon from those that are equal to you, like for example from your colleagues. Maybe because they do not approve that you should receive it, or whether because they want it for themselves, but it's going to be frowned upon. And because of it, you may lose their support in terms of when they do need help. So it's a tough choice here whether you should receive it or not. The advice is to take it. It's a very small margin of tipping the scales into toward that uh, option, but still it tips that option toward taking this gift or a bonus that is coming your way. Right. Next, taco. Those are your Lenormand cards, taco. It's a successful contract or a paper that will be finalized. And I don't think that this paper is where you are, because you're going to finalize it through phone. Like you're going to, for example, talk through the phone with your lawyer, and they're going to finalize the paper for you, and it will be a successful finalization of it. It's going to be in your favor. Let's see what is going to come out of it. It's halfway across the world, Taco. It's literally on the other side of the world. It could be a paper, you know. Doesn't have to be necessarily a contract. It could be a paper. A paper that is going to ensure your future, where you are, let's see, not certain about. It could be either of those. I thought about either of those things. Okay. And it's not just going to be a visa. Well, for me, it's going to be 14 hours flight. Uh, it's not, if that's the case, it's not going to be only a visa, Taco, but it will be some kind of a permit, like a conditional permit to stay, you know, and you will be able to ensure your future in it. But it might very well be the inheritance as well, where it's going to ensure your future. It's just the only way how we can tell is, you know, where you have been denied, so to speak. And for what I know, in both places. So they both are valid for this event and development as well. Hello, Shitarots. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, well, either way, it could work. I will be very curious to know how it turns out for you. But in either of these things, you are gonna be signing the paper or getting the paper through. All right, next. News Devon. With the inquiry, does N likes me? Let's have a look. And Taco, what are you gonna you're welcome. What are you gonna do there? I mean, what are you working there? It's just curious. I mean, if you don't want to share it here with all of us, you know, you can send me an email. Yeah. I can't complain of mine. I just can't. Those are the cards. Oh, okay. So I'm not gonna worry for you. News Devon, that is very tough. It's far more complicated than simply like or not. Short answer is that N is about to. The thing is that right now, the situation for him is whether you contribute for his life or you are a dead weight for him. And that is what is it is scaled currently. And at least according to these cards, it's tipping toward that you do work for his life, like you are a positive drive for his life. But one thing I'm gonna tell you here, be very careful not to end up being stuck into the friendship zone, because once in it, there will be no going out of it. Okay. um it will be important to make your intentions clear right from the get-go, so he knows how you stay, because wherever you situate yourself into, that's going to be for life. So my final answer to you is that he is going to like you into the future if you carry on with him, with or with her. It's just N. Um, and you do not do stupid things like, um, outbursting. I'm sorry, making drama, and in generally do stuff that are gonna disappoint, and just out of spite or because you are emotional at that point. Okay, Jen, what do I need to know? And so, Taco, how are you spending your time there, mate? Then, mate, cocktails and beverages, and killing your time on the beach? I can hear the disappointment in your replay, News Devon. Listen, I don't want to give you false hopes. When I saw the cards, I was about to tell you, yes, he does, or she does. I don't know your preferences here and whether N is a male or a female. Uh, but even if N does, if it does identify that you are gonna slow N down, like for example, if right now N is completely devoted to his or her career, okay, doesn't matter how much does they like you if you are an obstruction for them to devote themselves entirely to their career, okay. So currently this is on the scales, you know whether you are a positive or a obstructive drive to their lives, and that's why you should not do things to disappoint them. All right, Jen, what you should need to know and to be aware of is that circumstances for you are about to shift, and what worked thus far is no longer going to work for you. But you will have the awareness how to change your positions and as well how to change your code of conduct in a way that it will be very productive into the future. So what you can expect here and what you need to know it is that within the next couple of weeks, a certain understandings, standpoints, opinions, positions, and way of conducting things for you are going to shift and change, so you end up being much more accustomed to the looming change that is coming in your way, because there is coming there is a looming change that is coming, and when it happens it will make the irritating details that you are facing right now completely irrelevant. On a smaller scale, into the day-to-day routine, you need to know that in the next couple of weeks, few of your plans are actually going to work out. Most of them will need to be reshaped and need to be filled up the gaps. Because when the time comes, a certain step of a plan of yours to be initiated, at some point is going to turn out that it is obsolete, kind of like it's redundant. There is no point doing it, so you're going to have to replace it with another step. And it's going to be important not to kind of like aggravate yourself with the things cannot go by the book, but rather improvise. Well, it's a question per donation, Shitaro. And I'm not gonna fall for abuse though, because I had a few instances where I remember once someone donated 5 times 1 cent and expected me to kind of like answer 5 questions. Now that is of abuse of the system that I have placed. So I would say rather minimum $5 as a donation, and you can ask a question. Right, so next time we'll be at 24th, right after the new moon. And what we have then, it's Venus in Leo. So yeah, 25th, it's Venus in Leo that what I'm gonna do. Then it will be 28, which I believe there is nothing there. Wait a second. Yeah. So 28, I'm gonna have again, what I'm gonna do again, what we need to know, which is again my favorite. Oh yeah, I saw your photos, and it's a really magical place. It's just the law is what concerns me there, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it is. It is Taco. All right, guys and girls, this is gonna do it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching, and also thank you so much for generosity. Like I said, we're gonna see each other Sunday, which will be 24th, and at that point, I'm going to do for you Venus in Leo. And until then, stay safe. Bye.